Warning, this podcast may contain spoilers from Flash and Arrow. It definitely will contain spoilers for Arrow.
Hello everyone, and welcome to the As Seen on TV podcast for Arrow Season 5, Episode 1, Legacy. I'm your host, Clio, and with me I have Dom and Rachel.
How's it going?
Hello.
Good.
And we're back.
And Ollie is mayor, and I forgot about that. But it turns out it's still not a great idea. He's doing his Arrow thing and showing up late for things as the mayor. I mean,
typical Ollie.
Typical Ollie, but he's also running the whole thing by himself. I mean, he's got Felicity, but it's him and Felicity.
Well, I mean, and it would have been more if he listened to Felicity earlier. Because she's probably been trying to get him to make a new team for fucking ever.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I can see why he doesn't want to, but you know.
Because he's Ollie.
He's Ollie.
He's stuck in the past, can't move on, head in his ass, Ollie.
Well, you also have to look at the situation with Laurel. Like, you know, she's obviously dead, and they put the statue up and all that. But, like, you know, you have, like, this whole, like, he holds that on, like, him. 100%. That's him.
Yeah.
So, does he really want to put all these untrained people... You know, obviously the key would be to train them, but does he really want to put these untrained people onto the streets and risk more blood on his hands?
Yes. But his whole attitude towards the new people was strikingly similar to when Laurel first tried to be a vigilante. And she wasn't trained, and he was all, no, you can't do this. Mm-hmm. And now he holds Laurel in the highest regard. He's like, these guys will never be like Laurel. Ollie! They are Laurel when she started.
Yeah.
Like, we're back to this, like...
yeah.
We're back. Again. Hi, Cyclical. What's up?
Well, this season is going to have a lot of Season 1 throwbacks.
Of course.
From what I hear. And they said they're really going to go back and really find out the meaning of things and tie up a lot from Season 1.
I was going to say type a lot of loose ends that were all like, but what of it? What happened to that?
Yeah. Well, I mean, this is the last year of, you know, Ollie's flashbacks, Ollie's 5-year flashbacks. This is the last one before he comes home. Right. So that's definitely going to lead up to Season 1. And there's a lot we still don't know from his time, 5 years away. And to learn it all in this last year, I mean, it was the whole flashbacks.
It's all coming to a head.
Yeah, it is.
And that's really going to be interesting too, because I'm excited going into Season 6, wondering what are they going to do to fill the void of the flashbacks, where you know, because that's such a key factor of the show, and like it's changed dramatically from Season 4 than Season 1 through 3, right? The style of flashbacks are so different in 4 and now 5, where it is literally like its own mini arc of, like, yeah, sure, there were mini arcs in the other ones, but they tied specifically to the episode and had like a beginning, middle, and end, and it, you know, it felt like a complete thing for the episode. This feels like if you took all of the pieces and strung them together from the whole season, that it would almost make a full episode kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
But I think they're also tying it to what's happening.
Yeah, they are. They are definitely doing that at the same time.
Which I'm glad, because these flashbacks seem more substantial to me already. Everyone knows I complained a lot about last season's flashbacks. But that was also coming off of my favorite flashbacks of all fucking time. Which is Maseo and Tetsu. So it had a lot to live up to. But I think this we get a new, an old friend added to Holy, who was
he was on the island.
Ollie's friend on the island. I think that was Season 2. That was...
He was on the boat. You met him on the boat.
On the boat, yeah. It was with the Slade stuff. I think that's...
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's his vodka that Ollie keeps breaking out for all the special occasions.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So I like that we see him again, and I feel like we knew we were gonna see him again. Especially
we see him every once in a while. So it's like he's like an old friend. You're like, oh, come on over.
yeah.
It's like a
But we're on
just
his home
keeps
turf
turning up.
now. Yeah.
You know,
We're
I
on
have a
his home
feeling
turf
that
now.
if we don't get like the flashbacks, and of course, are not as many flashbacks in next season, they might do something with that. Maybe his past starts coming to him, kind of thing. Not flashbacks, but things that he did start catching up a little more.
100%. 100%.
I would like to see other people's flashbacks.
That would be
like-
something they
good.
could do for next season.
Exactly. Yeah. Sorry,
Maybe-
that's what I meant to say.
Maybe with Diggle, since we don't know exactly what the heck he's doing.
Yeah, because I would
Right.
like to see if, we don't know how long Diggle's going to be gone here, but clearly he's still with the show, because we see him on Skype in this episode, and
Trying to grow a mustache.
yeah,
Is he trying to grow mustache?
it looked like it.
Yeah.
The dad
Um,
stash.
Yeah, so he's still active. He's a part of the show. I think he'll be back before the season's done. For sure. In what capacity? Who knows? Maybe not as the Spartan, but I would
never
love
know.
to see him come back, even if it was just to help train the new team.
To be super honest, I'd love to see him in the Flash more.
Yeah, I agree. I think he fits.
Because
over
whenever
there.
he's in the Flash, it's hilarious.
Yeah, I think
Well,
he fits there really well.
Well, maybe where he's at now. Maybe they'll start. I mean, now that Supergirl's over, they're going to be starting. Who knows how many
Supergirl's
crossovers they're
not
going.
quite here yet. I mean,
No,
not yet.
it's in the CW family now,
Couple weeks.
but it's not in the same universe yet.
No, but I'm just saying. I mean, with it coming over, there's probably going to be a lot more crossovers than we think they're going to be.
There is definitely, and this is something I was kind of alluding to in the pre-show. There's definitely going to be a Arrow and Supergirl crossover.
Mhm.
That
A
is
plus
happening.
plus.
Yeah. So.
That's going to be interesting.
Mhm.
Felicity and Supergirl is going to be fucking hilarious. It's going to be like watching Barry and Supergirl. I mean,
Oh,
I want to
Jesus.
see. I want to see Wynn and I forgot his name.
Curtis.
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 Wynn and Curtis.
Yeah.
And Cisco.
Oh my God.
I want the three of them in a room together.
Oh, yes. My awkward
All
dirty
of them.
boys.
All of them together would be fucking hilarious. I could just see like everyone else on the outside just be like, what is
Well,
going
I
on?
also want to say,
Hi.
before we get too deep into this episode, I'm very glad that the Flash was the showrunner for everything here. Like, it came out first. It's because you see the Flash and the way the Flash ended, you're just like, this changes the whole universe. Like, every single thing about the universe, and you're just like, well, maybe not, but I'm exaggerating. But it seemed like it was going to change everything because...
Honestly, it could have.
It could have, because
It
what
could have
happened
changed
there, and I don't want to spoil it too bad, but what happened there is it had the potential of Barry never having met Ollie. And with that, it would have left them in a weird position, because if Barry and Ollie never knew, some of the villains that they teamed up together in the crossovers and stuff never would have been defeated, and it could have changed the outcome of a lot of things. So with that having been resolved in the first episode of The Flash, we end up in a great spot for Arrow without any questions as to what's changed, and I loved it.
Well, and I
We're
know
done talking about the Flash now.
it's a subject for the Flash. This is the last thing I'm gonna say about the Flash. To be fair, we don't know what's changed
We don't, but it's not as drastic as
we originally thought.
it originally could have been, because it was
Honestly,
way more drastic before.
I'm waiting to see like a subtle change in Arrow that maybe Arrow fans won't pick up on, but if we notice, like, we'll be like, oh, that's because whatever.
Yeah, like Big Belly Burger could be called something different.
Get out. No, Big Belly Burger has to be Big Belly Burger. Don't change that on me.
Yeah, but just like have something that's been there the whole time, just like in Back to the Future, how the mall was originally the Twin Pines Mall, and then Marty goes back in time and runs one of the trees over, and at the end of the movie, it's the Lone Pine Mall.
Yeah.
Like, most people don't pick that up, and I'm sure people do now because it's been plastered all over the internet everywhere. But I was one of the people that picked it up way before, and I was like, wait, people didn't know this already? So, it was one. I hope they do something like that in Arrow. It would be fantastic.
Mhm.
So
So last we'll finish up the flashbacks. So Ollie's in Russia trying to fulfill the promise he made to a Russian lady who don't remember her name, and I'm not gonna look it up. Don't feel well.
I can't remember either.
Yeah, he promises her that he'll take care of Brokotover's something very Russian.
Okay.
And we're led to believe it's a person. At least Ollie believes it's a person. And then Anatoly takes him to like a fight club. I don't know. And he's like to see Broktovich, whatever Russian thing. You have to survive getting the shit beat out of you.
Mm-hmm.
And
he's getting jumped in a gang. That's basically what's happening.
Yeah, it sounds like it's a gang, and you have to get the shit beat out of you in order to.
Yeah, but this isn't just get the shit beat out of you. The last thing that we see in the flashback is a knife going for his head.
No, it was in his abdomen. But then again, he has so many fucking scars. Who knows?
Yeah, how many times has Ollie been stabbed? I think he's gonna be fine.
It looked like his head to me, but maybe it was his abdomen. I don't know. I was just like, okay, and they cut away, and we never went back, and I'm like, are you kidding me right now?
We know he lives.
Well, I know
He's
that.
got plot armor.
I understand that he has plot armor, but I still would like to know how or if he got stabbed. You know, like how he stopped it, or if he got stabbed. You know.
Yep, definitely true. We're gonna have to see. I don't know. It still doesn't make any sense to me. And like this whole episode, and maybe because I'm sick, but this whole episode, I was trying really hard to like understand everything everyone was saying, but still a lot of things like went by my head. And I'm like, wait, what did he say? What are they talking about?
My whole thing, the whole entire time, was like all these new people, like all the new cops and stuff. I'm like, I don't remember this. Now is that the same cop that was at the beginning? My whole thing was that. So I was like, what? These are all these new people. I don't like change.
I only remember one cop, and it was the one that fired Lance.
Mm-hmm.
And he's been in the show since the beginning. I think he used to be Lance's partner.
Okay.
Way back when. So he's the only one I recognize. And he was the one talking to Thea in the beginning. But he's the only one I recognize. Everyone else was like,
colonel?
Huh?
Was he a
colonel? He was the police chief. No, he was the police chief.
I think he was the chief.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or the captain. Chief or captain.
Yeah,
whatever.
That's what it was.
He was in charge.
And like all the other cops were like vague white blonde boy, and I was like, oh, okay.
Right.
Even the one that was in Felicity's apartment and the one that was on the end on the phone, I thought were the same person. Am I wrong?
Yeah.
Right.
I swear, I like rewound it too, and I'm like, I think this is the same person, even after rewinding it. So it's not, but because they clearly dropped the phone, and you see he's got a different family or whatever on the phone, but it's just like they look so much alike that it freaked me out.
All white boys look the same.
All of them.
Yeah.
That's a new thing, right?
Yeah. Anyway, the beginning was like that. The beginning event that Ollie was late for was a gala for the police. For the policeman's ball. I don't know, something.
Yeah, it was the policeman's ball.
And Dom, are you okay? Did I glaze over something?
No, I'm remembering that Ollie's first words out of his mouth were, "Hey, how about the corrupt the police department?"
Right.
Yes, no, I know. So at the gala for the police department, he offends the police. It's like, oh, good.
Yeah, that was my reaction for that.
And Thea was just like, "What the fuck are you doing? What is wrong with you?"
Where to start? He's not a very tactful mayor, which is, I can endear myself to. Like he just says he just says it. Yeah. Like, okay.
Yeah.
At least he doesn't have to hide anything.
Yeah, if only somebody running for president spoke like that.
No.
There are no politics on this show, Dom.
only Star City mayoral politics.
Yeah. Yes, only fake politics.
Isn't that what we have already?
No politics on this show, Rachel.
So, Ollie was stopping a bomb set by the crazy guy who keeps calling Thea his mother. I don't remember his name either.
Starts with an M.
Marchin?
That's it.
Okay. So Ollie stopped a bomb planted by Marchin, and I forget his code name. It doesn't matter. He just really wants to be murdered.
He really does. He wants to die.
kill me, or no, come on, Arrow, kill me, or something like that. And I'm just like, you hard on to be killed.
Yeah.
He's so weird. But
he really is.
But he's so much fun to have on. He's so entertaining to have on the TV in the show. He's like that one crackpot crazy on the show that makes it all worthwhile.
Yeah. I think this was his weakest appearance, but
Yeah.
Well, this was a flash.
They gave him no pomp or circumstance this episode because it was about a different bad guy this time, Tobias Church, the ferryman of Hades.
This guy is nuts.
He's very interesting. He's the kind of diabolical, plotting bad guy we haven't had in a while. I mean, there was.
I don't know the way he talked. Damien. Cracked. It annoyed me. Almost made like, do you have like something wrong with you? I mean, are you a little slow? What's going on?
He's been punched in the windpipe a little too many times.
Something. And the way he phrases his sentences and words, I'm just like, you didn't graduate. You didn't graduate from high school, did you?
Yeah.
but he's very smart.
He is.
Because the way he puts him and his guys into the rest of the crime gangs. He's
street smart. He's street smart.
He is. He is, and he mentions, what do you do when you're in prison and you want to be on top? You beat up the biggest guy in the yard. And that was his plan. That's what he did. I like he kidnaps Ollie to try to get Ollie.
He doesn't know that.
No, I know he doesn't know that, but I was like,
I know. Well, Felicity pointed that out too, and that was hilarious.
They have kidnapped the wrong man.
Yeah, it was hilarious.
I wonder, if he actually assassinated all three of them, and the Green Arrow never showed up. Do you think he would have put two and two together?
Maybe, because he was suspecting Ollie. Because Ollie said, I forgot what Ollie said.
He said he
has connections.
He has connections. So.
Oh, no. He was saying that I know for certain that the Arrow's not going to be here. And he's like, oh, how is it that you know that? So, he definitely suspects him of something. I don't think he knows what
he's a bit tied up.
At the moment.
I know.
I loved I'm not in a zip tie.
Yeah.
I know. Well, but we had that flashback of
him dislocating getting his thumbs dislocated.
Oh my god, that was just the most painful thing ever.
Yeah.
I thought for a split second after that, I go, how hard is it to dislocate your own thumbs? I go, I don't want to find out.
No, you don't. I'd really rather not.
I love that character. I love him, that Russian character. I absolutely, because he's so matter of fact, but he's so happy about it and smiley, and
it's like, easy. You break your thumbs. It's like, oh.
He's just like, it's nothing. It's nothing. Let's go have some vodka.
Next time you can do it by yourself. I like that. I think that was my favorite comment. It was like, well, next time you'll be able to do it yourself.
Oh.
I've dislocated my pinky before. Like a very,
Yeah.
a lot smaller. I can't imagine dislocating my thumb. I can't.
Nobody would ever be able to keep you in handcuffs or anything, so.
Yeah.
Well, Hanny's in zip ties, so yeah.
Yeah, same concept.
But that was. That cop. He was one blonde one. He wasn't blonde, but he did look like an asshole.
Blonde-ish.
Dirty.
He did look like an asshole, and I'm glad he got his head snapped.
Yeah. On the one hand, yes, he did seem like an asshole, like one that doesn't change, like,
You thought he had the upper hand because
he's a henchman. Is he worth the murder?
Well, he thought that he had the upper hand and that he could do what he wanted to Ollie because his hands were tied.
Well, as Aubrey James says in chat, the fight scenes feel a lot like. I'm assuming he says 1 and 2. I think he means season 1 and 2. Not episodes 1 and 2, but I feel like this is very, very big into season 1 and 2. He's saying even the callback to the zip tie in season 1.
You see, I didn't remember that.
Yeah,
season 1.
But in seasons 1, 2, he was actually killing people. He wasn't just
that's what he's doing now.
That's what he's doing, and I actually like that. I'm like, and he has a good reasoning when he told Thea if he would have did this in the first place, Laurel would be there alive and well and been fine.
Yeah.
And
but
I think
this is one of the few times I agree with Ollie.
And last season, I think last season we were all in agreement. He had all these opportunities, and every time he never killed him, we were pissed off that he never killed him.
But I think Ollie's taking the wrong lesson from this.
I 100% agree with that as well.
Yeah,
But I agree with him in terms of if he killed Damien Dark when he had the opportunity,
yes, so many
I think he should have. Like, if you have a villain that's going to continually do this and kill people that you know and threaten to kill people that you know, like, you're not going to be like, oh, okay, whatever. Let's just throw you in cuffs. And
he can be redeemed.
Yeah.
No.
That's the stuff that gets me with Batman. It's the same thing. Batman doesn't kill. But, the early comic books of Batman were a little different.
Yeah.
So.
I don't mind this version of Ollie at all.
Yeah.
I think there
has to be a happy medium.
Exactly. Ollie's always all or nothing.
Yep, he's one extreme or the other.
Well, what's his name? Wildcat or what was
Wild Dog?
Wild Dog. Yeah, and shooting him with the arrow in the leg, like,
he shot him in the freaking knee, and now he's gonna recruit him. I'm like, you just shot him in the leg.
Well, didn't he do the same thing to Roy?
Oh my God, he did! Holy shit, he did! He shot Roy so that Roy wouldn't follow him.
Yeah. So.
You're right.
It's his way of saying, I love you. Please join my team.
It's an initiation. If you can get past the first arrow to the leg,
he
you're
shoots
fine.
all his friends with arrows. Look at Barry. Like, he even shot him with arrows.
Oh, Barry was fine.
He once was an adventurer. Then he took an arrow to the knee.
Yeah.
Exactly. Aubrey James mentions the parachute arrow.
Oh my God,
Ollie
that's fantastic.
out like a bunch of like gadget arrows where I'm like, how do you tell them apart?
Yeah, there's a lot in there. I don't know. Maybe the only way I could think of is if he has something on the stems of the arrows, something to feel like the difference, like braille almost.
The feathers could be different. The fletching could be different.
Yeah, it's such a like, oh, I'm falling to my death. Let me make sure I get the right arrow.
Yeah. Absolutely. But I was like, oh, that is fantastic. I want one. When would I ever use it? But I want one.
Well, he definitely sent a message to Tobias because Tobias is in a way, running scared a little bit.
Tobias also kind of sent a message to him, too, that he's not fucking around.
No, Tobias isn't running scared. He's regrouping.
Yeah.
Regrouping. But Thea reluctantly puts on the Speedy costume again and goes to Ollie's aid, and she catches him killing the cop, and she doesn't want to be Speedy anymore. She doesn't want to be that person. She doesn't want to feel like, she could kill somebody.
And this is the whole event that I think is what changed Ollie's mind about starting another team. I think it was this specific thing with Thea being, look, I'm done. I'm not doing this anymore.
Mm-hmm.
If it wasn't for that harsh talk, I think he would still be stubborn about starting a new team. He was still hoping Thea would come back.
But he had that conversation with Thea and then went to Felicity, and Felicity said, here's recruits, and he's like, no. So he was still being stubborn. It was Diggle that changed his mind.
No, he already agreed to it before talking to Diggle.
No, he didn't.
When he was sitting with Felicity, and he goes, maybe you're right, and then they went into the phone call right after that.
But that's not a yes. That's not a let's recruit these guys.
To me, that's an Ollie yes, but,
Well, Ollie's yes.
That was a maybe. We'll think about it. Let's look at these people first.
To me, when Ollie says no, it's no. When he says anything else, it's probably going to be a long, drawn-out yes, but it's still not a no. You know what I mean?
Drag his dumb ass kicking and screaming.
I think he also feels like he would be almost betraying his old team members by making a new team. Kind of thing, like he's trying to replace them or something. And I think that's why he called Diggle to ask him about it, because I don't think he wants them to feel like he's trying to replace them.
Yeah, I think somewhere Ollie feels that way. I don't know if that's the sole reason,
No, not the
but
sort.
it's a lot of
No,
things
it's
all at
also
once.
Ollie wants the old band back together, and he can't have that. And
Yeah.
he's a big baby about it.
I mean, but we even saw the flashback with Laurel with his promise to her.
Okay, can we say that
Which-
that statue is the ugliest thing ever?
The what?
The
That
statue.
Yeah. No, I was like,
That's hideous.
that's not a good
cringed.
statue.
That's like my 12-year-olds can do better.
I made that out of clay.
And Play-Doh. No, you made it out of
Play-Doh.
Play-Doh.
Yeah, there we go. I made it out of Play-Doh. And it dried a little funny.
And
But here's the
and
thing.
Lance was looking at it, all teary-eyed, and it's not because it made him sad. It's because it looked nothing like her.
Yeah, it was horrible. That's why he was crying. He's like, "This is horrible! Oh my God!"
So we were speculating what Ollie could have promised to Laurel. You know, that was something they intentionally cut away from early. Ooh, what could it be? And it's like, don't let me be the last canary. And I'm like, really? You made us wait all that time for that?
Maybe
To be
there's
honest, at
something
that
else.
point, I forgot that they made a promise, and then it was
I
like,
did.
oh, okay.
I did.
It was like, oh, okay.
I was just like, you made
But
us
then
wait.
again, yeah. But then again, they also that gives them the
Time to work
way
it into
to.
the story.
Well, they've already have it kind of in the story, that girl that pretended to be her, and I heard that they're trying to get her to come back to be the Black Canary.
Yeah, I think that is her. Because her face was on the.
Mm-hmm. What was her name? I
Dossier.
can't remember. She was some rich girl. Yeah. She can't remember her name.
So yeah, I was just like, that was
Some
it.
white girl
Of
named
course,
Mandy
it
or
fit in with the plot. It was good. It was just like we waited that long for that. Okay,
I
that's
don't know.
fine.
It seemed like there was more because it seemed like they kind of cut. She said that and then they panned out. It's like,
Yeah,
did
there
she say
might have been.
anything else? Did she say anything? It just seemed like there was more.
Saving for later, I guess. Or drawing this one out.
Of course, they're gonna draw it out. Maybe
So-
her last one was, "Don't put me in the Lazarus pit. Don't find out how to do that. Damn it." We brought back too many people.
Yeah, seriously. So we see Lance in this episode, and he's reverted. Not that you ever stop being an alcoholic, but he's drinking again. And he's not doing too good. And I like that the memorial helps. Ollie convinces him to come to the memorial, and it kind of snaps him back. Because that was, I think, the most emotional thing for me this episode, where it was like, oh God, you're drinking again. No. Because Laurel
And
was
he got dumped.
the one
And he got
to
dumped.
get sober first, and she inspired him to be sober.
Right.
And the fact that he's drinking again after she's dead is just really sucks.
Yeah, and I mean, he said it himself. You gotta have motivation as a drunk to not drink, and he doesn't have any right now.
Yeah. But
I loved it when Ollie goes, "Where's Donna? She's in heaven." What?
yeah, no, I was like, oh no. No, it's heaven. It's a bar she's
bar.
working at.
It's a
okay.
casino in Vegas. Yeah.
Good.
I can accept that heaven.
Yeah.
Like, what? Why is Felicity not? What's going on? Oh.
Yeah. And I think that what was I gonna say? I would say something about Lance. Oh, him being on Team Arrow is gonna be his reason.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, I
Him
don't know why this hasn't happened sooner.
What him?
Yeah, him being on Team Arrow,
Because he was a cop. He would help them, but he couldn't really be on Team Arrow when he had a job.
Right, but as soon as he got fired, I felt like it should have just been natural. Okay, get in here and do things. It shouldn't have been a big formal invitation. He'd already been walking in and out of that place, last season before he lost his job. So.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, but I think there was stuff he had to take care of, after Laurel died and all that shit. So.
Drinking.
And there was also Donna. He was also dating Donna
true.
at the time. So it wasn't now he has no job and no lady, so he's pretty much got a free plate.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So Curtis is, in the beginning of the episode at least, resistant on becoming a vigilante. He's still there. He's like, I am merely tech support,
Yeah, right.
He's still helping, which is the thing. And I was like, oh, okay, maybe that's the loophole for his husband, So he's like, I'm not a vigilante. I'm just their tech support. But after he gets shit kicked out of him, he's like, recruit me.
We don't know exactly what happened. We know that he was on the ground, and he's like, what do you want? And then, gone. And we don't know what the fuck happened. And he didn't look like he really got the shit kicked out of him because he only had like a little scratch on him.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was it. And I'm like, if he got beat up by two guys, he probably had a lot more than that.
Yeah.
I mean, unless the vigilante that he was looking for helped save him.
I don't know, but that vigilante guy, Wild Dog, I had a Casey Jones from Ninja Turtles vibe from him.
For sure.
Yeah, I see the hockey mask.
So I was like, no, please don't. No, we're not going to see Turtles, are we?
Didn't Stephen Amell play Casey Jones?
Oh my God, he did. There are so many references in this episode that went over my head.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so I'm interested to see what, how Curtis weaves this in to his husband.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, exactly, because now he's actually lying to him because he now is a vigilante.
He's pissed. So something had to happen. Something, there was, getting beat up can make you pissed. But the way that he came in, all, totally fired up and ready to go, there was something else that happened.
Yeah. I mean, he's not a vigilante yet. Like, if you saw the previews for next episode, we see Ollie, like, trying to train them all, and he says, ring the bell. And Curtis is one of the people that run, so he's not quite there yet, but he's gunning to be.
Yeah. Well, he's got to find his, got to use his gadgets and shit, because that's his strengths.
Yep.
Is in the tech. But
he's
at
gonna use the tech to ring the bell, and then Ollie's gonna be like, all right, good. Climb on board.
Choo-choo!
It's definitely not going to be that easy, but who knows? We'll see. So Felicity goes home.
Can I just say really quick, that scene with Felicity, as soon as she walks in the door, she kicks off her shoes, and she's like, and she lays on the couch. The first thing in my mind was, aren't you paralyzed from the waist down and you only have that chip in there that allows you to walk? Like, she should not be able to feel if her feet are hurting.
Well, no, what the chip does is reactivate. The only way she can move her legs is because she can feel them. So she feels them. It reactivates the nerves.
Yeah, it connected the nerves. It's basically like they couldn't connect. The circuits couldn't connect, and that chip made them connect.
Yeah.
So
okay, I thought it was.
But my thing was she didn't shut the door when she went into her house. She just left the door open.
No, my thing is, who's this bitch?
Yeah, that too. He looked really scrawny at first. Like, he's really skinny when he's behind her. I'm like, she's bigger than him, and she's
like,
tiny.
who the fuck are you?
Well, he's clearly a police officer.
Is he?
I think
is he the dude that gives Ollie, like, the eyes?
I think so.
At the gala? Because there was one who took a sip and I was like,
I think so.
Holy shit.
Yeah, he's a police officer, and I think that's going to cause a lot of friction between him and Felicity, in terms of Ollie and the Green Arrow, where she's disappearing to, and.
I think he's
great, because that's exactly what I wanted, was more relationship drama.
Yeah.
I don't know. His hair and everything, I just don't like him. He looks like a really bad hipster.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Dom, speaking of the fact that she, is supposed to be paralyzed, I've been reminiscing on the fact that they had a character who was disabled and then, like, took it back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've sort of been, like, lamenting that. I've been like, why did they do that?
I didn't like it.
I don't like it either. I mean, having a character in a wheelchair that's,
the thing is, It may be building. It may be building to a bigger arc involving that later on. You know, that's my hope for it. Anyways, you know, if something happens, if she gets electrocuted, that wipes the chip out. You know, and
that's true.
Well, it depends. We don't know how it actually works because Curtis did it. But yeah,
there's a possibility that it wipes the chip out.
Yes,
and she goes back to
there is
being
a
paralyzed, and you know, who knows? I don't know. So who knows? I'm hoping it leads up to a bigger arc. Because I feel like it wasn't done for no reason, so
yeah, probably.
I'm sure it'll come up again.
And the very last thing I have to say about this episode, it's the Black Arrow, the Blacker Arrow.
No, do you not know who this is?
I do not, in fact.
Prometheus.
Do you know who this is?
This is Prometheus. Yes.
The Greek god?
No, the DC villain, Prometheus.
No, I don't know him.
All I know is he has katanas and ninja stars, and is he another League of Assassins reject?
Now, I guess I'll talk about this.
Sure.
But the person that this is supposed to be, from what I've gathered from various things that I've read. So this is a huge spoiler, so if you don't want to know, leave now. This is supposedly the guy that Robert Queen shot in the lifeboat to save Ollie, his son. So
this is some under the red hood shit.
Yeah. So
all right, I can dig it.
This is really, really exciting for me because of all the ties to season 1. This is going to be fantastic. So...
Yeah. That's funny, because I could not recall that man's face if you asked me to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm there, guys.
Yeah,
we'll have to go back and look at it.
Mm-hmm. The next episode is called The Recruits. Ollie's new recruits for Team Arrow are Curtis, Wild Dog, and Evelyn Sharp. Unfortunately, the Green Arrow's training methods prove to be too much for some of them to handle. Meanwhile, in flashbacks, Ollie's initiation into Bravta.
That
continues. No, that's just the director. James Bamford directed it. So yeah, that's next week.
Interesting.
Cool. You guys got anything else to say?
I think I like how the initiation is gonna tie into Ollie and clearly the initiation he's gonna be doing. So I just already from that synopsis love the flashbacks before they even happen because of the way they tie.
Well, now we know how he became like an officer in the Russian mob.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's right. I also forgot that was a thing.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, now we know.
This is going to show my lack of remembering season 1.
Now that I think of it, if Prometheus is anything like what they used in the comics, he did use EMP, and if that's the case, that may trigger the Felicity thing that we just talked about.
Oh damn! Because it is a piece of hardware that is working, you know. So if the EMP killed, because the whole thing with Curtis's research was a very powerful power source.
Mm-hmm.
So if it cuts that power source, she can't walk anymore.
Right.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, not awesome, but you know what I mean. Don, where can the people find you?
You can find me down below at Phenomenon, PHENOMEDOM.
Do. Rachel, where can they find you?
They can find me at Twitter at Savannah17, and hopefully tomorrow at Twitch at Savannah, where I'm going to be working on my daughter's Corpse Bride veil.
Nice.
So.
And you can find me at Clio, and you can find all of us at ASO TV Podcast on Facebook, Twitter, Gmail, Google+, and right here on YouTube. Follow us for some more podcasts from some of your favorite TV shows, video games, and movies. Until next time, bye-bye.
I thought I would let Clio have that one, since it's been a while. Do.